Hola otra vez, chicos. Otra vez no estoy en la clase, pero ustedes van a trabajar en el español. El plan hoy, viernes, el 13 de noviembre, es corregimos la tarea, cantamos y hacemos una actividad de dibujar, de hablar y de escuchar en español. Hay tarea esta noche y la tarea Quizlet es para hoy. Hopefully you've done your Quizlet assignment. Pues, again, today we're working on describing the location of people and things using the verb estar. Pues, la primera cosa es, vamos a corregir la tarea. That's not it, lo siento. So, like yesterday, you kind of get a freebie today. Saquen la tarea, por favor. We're going to correct it. If you did it, great. Check your work. If you didn't do it, just pay attention, and hopefully you'll learn a little bit, right? Pues, aquí está. Choose the best preposition. La biblioteca está detrás de la cafetería. It's behind the cafeteria instead of with or without the cafeteria. Dos, Carlos está en la librería. He is in the bookstore instead of underneath or on top of the bookstore. Tres, los profesores están en la escuela. They are in school instead of to the right of school or with school. Cuatro, el mapa está sobre el escritorio. The map is over the desk instead of the map is between the desk or without the desk. Neither of those really make sense. Número 5, la clase de historia está al lado de la clase de geografía. It wouldn't make sense to say history class is between geography class or it's with geography class. Doesn't make sense. 6, las tizas están a la izquierda de la pizarra. The chalks are to the left of the board. The chalks are between the board, without the board, doesn't make sense. 7, los cuadernos están en la mochila. The notebooks are in the backpack. Wouldn't make sense to say the notebooks are between the backpack or far from the backpack. I suppose this one might make sense, but like it's kind of a weird thing to say. En makes more sense. Número 8, la casa está lejos de la escuela. The house is far from the school. Makes more sense than the house is over or with the school. 9, la papelera está debajo de la mesa. The waste paper basket is underneath the table instead of without the table or between the table. Finalmente, número 10, los estudiantes están cerca de la ventana. The students are close to the window. They can't be between the window or on top of the window. That's weird. It doesn't make sense. Bueno, corregimos la segunda parte. Hola, nosotros estamos en la escuela. Tomás está en la clase de matemáticas. Él está en la clase de mi amigo Carlos. Yo estoy en la clase del profesor Martínez. Hoy nosotros no estamos en clase porque hoy es sábado. Silvia, Marta y yo estamos en la biblioteca. Silvia está al lado de la ventana. Marta y yo estamos delante de un escritorio. ¿Cómo estoy? How am I? Yo estoy mal. Hoy hay clases y estoy en casa porque estoy enferma. ¿Y tú? ¿Dónde estás ahora? Where are you now? Creo que es todo. Pues la próxima cosa es que vamos a cantar. Cantamos. ¿Listos? Por favor, chicos, saquen la letra a la canción de ayer, canción de preposiciones. Follow along. Do the hand gestures. Use your lyric sheet to help you. Vamos a cantar 3 veces. ¿Bien? 1, 2, 3. Izquierda, derecha, delante, detrás. Cerca y lejos y algo más. Abajo, arriba, enfrente, encima, debajo, entre, al lado y ya. Otra vez. Is that a little fast? I'll try and slow it down this time. 1, 2, 3. Izquierda, derecha, delante, detrás. Cerca y lejos y algo más. Abajo, arriba, enfrente, encima, debajo, entre, al lado y ya. Last time, a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3. Izquierda, derecha, delante, detrás. Cerca y lejos y algo más. Abajo, arriba, enfrente, encima, debajo, entre, al lado y ya. Bueno, Hacemos una actividad de dibujar. Dibujar, to draw. Hopefully the sub will give you one of these papers. Don't get excited yet. Hay dos versiones, versión A y versión B, y son un poco diferente. We can see versión A, the boxes are on the top, versión B, the boxes are on the bottom. Instrucciones dicen, imagínate que estás en la clase de arte. Imagínate, imagine that you're in art class. Imagínate. La tarea es dibujar los escritorios de los estudiantes. The homework is to draw the desks of the students. Escucha las instrucciones de tu compañero de clase, your classmate, y dibuja lo que oyes, what you hear. Draw what you hear. Pues, pretend this rectangle is the top of Juan Carlos's desk. Your partner has the instructions. The instructions for your partner's paper say, imagínate que estás en la clase de arte. La tarea es dibujar los escritorios de los estudiantes. Lee las instrucciones a tu compañero de clase. Lee, read las instrucciones para que él o ella dibuje los escritorios so that he or she can draw the desks. Pues, la pareja B, partner B, will read the first instruction. It says, hay 5 lápices a la izquierda del escritorio de Mónica. Hay 5 lápices, pencils, a la izquierda, left, del escritorio de Mónica. Pareja A is listening and says, okay, el escritorio de Mónica. So pareja A will draw 5 lápices a la izquierda del escritorio de Mónica. Chicos, yo no soy artista. No soy artista. No dibujo bien. And then maybe you'll take turns. Maybe then partner A will read an instruction for partner B to draw. Partner A might read, hay 3 lápices en el centro del escritorio de Pablo. Hay 3 lápices en el centro. That's a cognate, don't overthink it. Del escritorio de Pablo. Here's Pablo's desk. 3 lápices. 1, 2, 3. ¿Está bien? Either you can take turns and go back and forth reading the instructions and drawing, or partner B can read all of the instructions and partner A can do all of the drawing, and then partner A would read all of the instructions and partner B would do all of the drawing. It doesn't really matter. But when you're done, all 3 of the desks on your paper should have all the things drawn in them. Talk through it with your partner. If you're not sure of something, it's okay. The first step is, if your partner doesn't understand what you say in Spanish, say it again. Don't just automatically translate it to English, because the point of this is that you're trying to communicate in Spanish so that your partner can understand you. If your partner doesn't understand, something you could do is to show him or her something like un lápiz or un bolígrafo, una pluma. You could point. You could sing our song, izquierda, derecha, delante, detrás, but try your best not to speak English, because the point of this is that you're communicating in Spanish with your partner. You can use your notes if you need to. Está bien, no hay problema. Once you're done, escriban sus nombres y pásala a la profesora sustituta o profesor sustituto. Turn it into the sub once you're done. La próxima cosa es, you do have Quizlet homework. The official due date is today. Realistically, I probably won't enter the grades until like this weekend sometime, so you get a little grace time. Do the Quizlet set. Senderos 1, lección 2.3, estar en prepositions. Complete 3 activities. Take the practice test with a minimum score of 90. También, hopefully you have this paper worksheet. This was the homework that was due today that we corrected. The backside is homework due, not tomorrow. It'll be due next jueves in class, next week. So once you're done with the drawing activity, turn it into the sub. work on these two activities of the homework. Here, you're using forms of estar. There are only 6 options. Estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, están. That's your word bank. Down here, you're answering the questions in Spanish, because this is Spanish class, right? Based on the pictures. Write complete sentences using a subject or verb. For example, número 1 says, ¿Dónde están Cristina y Bruno? ¿Dónde? Where? Are. ¿Dónde están? If you look at the picture, you can see they're sitting in little seats. It might be a movie theater, but one of our vocab words is stadium. Do you see these lights back here? They're in the stadium. So my sentence, how I'll answer the question in a complete sentence, is ellos, or I could write out Cristina y Bruno, but it's shorter to write ellos. And then I need a form of estar. Ellos están, which is the same form of estar as in the question here. En el estadio. There's number 1 done for you. ¿Dónde están la profesora y la estudiante? ¿Dónde está la puerta? La puerta, well, it's next to the window, right? ¿Dónde está la mochila? La mochila, well, it's underneath the board. ¿Dónde está el pasajero? He's not on an airplane, is he? He's on a bus. You've learned the word for bus. ¿Dónde está José Miguel? ¿Dónde está? It's one of your vocab words. Bueno, this homework is due next jueves. You have Quizlet homework that's due, that's due sometime this weekend. Creo que es todo. Adiós, chicos.